if you were looking for some hopeful news out there, I don't know how you're going to do better than this one. Johnny Depp open to working with Disney. Anything is possible. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and oh my goodness, how the tables have turned. It honestly makes me emotional to see this. The fact that Johnny has risen to the point where now he's okay with working with Disney. Now, should he work with Disney? That's the real question now. We're going to talk about that, the fate of Disney, the massive flops they've been facing, but the fact that, yes, People magazine, the new headline cover story they did about him and that woman who shall not be named 1 year later, a source close to the actor did respond to the question. It's one of the biggest questions I have. Would he forgive Disney? And it's so encouraging to hear that, yeah, look, he's open. He's open now. He's available to do what he's always wanted to do, which is be himself and not be judged. People are still sadly going to do it, jerks. But it's so encouraging to see that we are now in the phase of the world where anything is possible for Mr. Johnny Depp. It gives me joy. I don't know about you guys, but after everything we went through last year, this is so cool to see. And again, full quote here, if it's the right project, he'll do it. A source close to the Pirates actor tells People in this week's new issue. Anything is possible. When they asked, would he be open to coming back for more films? While the source doesn't specify whether the actor would return, he seemingly, the Disney has said that they weren't sure. They have come forward. In fact, I have that article here. I wanted to show you this. Sean Bailey, who's head of, what is his actual title? Like head of live action stuff. He runs the live action films, the remakes, etc. This was supposed to be a puff piece for him, this article. But no, The Little Mermaid ended up not doing as well. It's had its own issues. I hated it. I thought it was so unnecessary. What's her name was fine. She was okay. The whole movie. Anyway, that's besides the point. In this article, it was fascinating because he was asked, restarting the Pirates series is another priority for him, although nothing official has been announced. We think we have a really good, exciting story that honors the films that have come before, but also something new to say. Will the franchise's problematic star, of course, New York Times can't help taking a shot, would the problematic star Johnny Depp return as Captain Jack? Non-committal at this point, Mr. Bailey said, seemingly inching the door open. Look, I wish this was more glowing, if I'm being honest, and it should be given the state of Disney. But that's for Disney, for them to be in print saying, yeah, look, we don't know yet. We don't know if he's going to do it. And I take that as he's non-committal. I take that as Disney's down. Disney's like, yeah, of course, please, Johnny, we need more Jack Sparrow. But he's non-committal. We already know that Bruckheimer's in. Bruckheimer, who's the producer of Pirates, wants Johnny Depp back in some sort of role. And so to see him actually coming forward and admitting himself, sources from Johnny saying that, yeah, we are open to the idea. If it's the right project, he'll do it. Anything is possible. But you got to remember that Disney betrayal was epic. We've talked about this, but in going back, I could see why he'd never want to work with that studio again. But there's something sweet about him coming back. Is there not? It'd be the ultimate revenge and back to reality to see him soaring as Jack Sparrow. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the last couple films, it's just the act of it itself, to me, is what's really important. And honestly, Disney needs them right now. Disney needs anything they can get. Holy moly, guys. I am a film lover. It's hard to talk about movies these days, not only because of all the divisive crowds and woke, anti-woke, whatever nonsense that's out there. The studios are just delivering a lot of crap. And Disney itself is just in such a sad state. And I'm not like someone who just hates Disney like a lot of you guys, some of you who do watch. I grew up on Disney. I love the parks. I love the idea of Disney. I love family brand. I love the family brand, and I love the big franchises and things that they've had. But man, the new leadership has just ruined Marvel, Star Wars, and now even Pixar. I saw Elemental, the new film, and it's okay. It's got some cute parts. Visually, it's stunning, but it's just not up to snuff to the Pixar standard that I feel like Pixar was built on. And then Indiana Jones, you can watch all my reviews over on Movie World. I'll put a link to it. I hope you'll go subscribe there too. But look, Indiana Jones was the worst thing I could call a movie. Boring. I found it boring. I just had seen everything in the film done better before it. And it wasn't as fun to see him back as I thought it would be. Dial of Destiny was just a bummer. It wasn't like the worst film I've ever seen, but it was a bummer. And then don't get me started on Marvel. Quantumania was just a complete mess for Marvel, the last Ant-Man. I mean, I didn't hate it. I was distracted by it. But it's how many more times can we keep running through the mill of these Marvel plot lines? And even the new show they have, Secret Invasion, I was enjoying it. And then last night's episode, it just so stretched out. The whole Marvel world has just become so vast. And I'm just not as invested as I once was. And then they don't even have a picture of Star Wars on here. My goodness, the state of Star Wars is so damn sad. My point being, Disney is not in a good shape. This is not a stock I would buy right now. Disney is, and I don't know how they're going to recoup. I think Disney Plus is just a graveyard right now. They have nothing on there that's worth watching. And I've already rewatched and seen a lot of stuff. I go to watch The Simpsons sometimes with my kid. They got a lot of episodes still. And then, yes, sometimes there's something I'm introducing to my youngest, but Disney's app is just awful. They really need to reevaluate, organize with Hulu, and make it become more definitive streamer if they want to really continue the game, because there's really nothing there. And even the Disney movies that are in the cinemas, which they should be in the cinemas first, then they finally show up in Disney Plus, and I still don't care. They are in dire situation right now. Their content is doing massively low. They're losing tons of money right now. And Bob Iger must be so stressed about it. He comes back to fix this brand, and I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, the state of Hollywood is so complicated. In fact, I may do another whole separate rant on my feelings on where it all is, but I digress. I give you all this backstory on the Disney of flopping, etc., and it makes me wonder, should he come back? Or should he find someone else who would have believed in him until Disney gets their act together and earns that Jack Sparrow character back? I don't think Johnny should just go. I mean, obviously for the money and it would be nice to see, like I said, but there's also part of me that says, no, they don't deserve you right now. They turned their back on you, and they cashed in on you during your downfall. They owe you more, and right now they need you more than you need it. I'm shocked there isn't, and I'm waiting for some other big studio or franchise to realize we need to book Johnny for our next thing, because he's still massively talented, worldwide known, loved, and hello, do we really want him back as Jack Sparrow? Yes, the image of it would be such an iconic full circle moment, and I would love to see the character back. But I'm curious, all you Depp fans out there who followed us, yes, this makes me happy. I'm glad to hear he's down, Disney's down, but he's sort of like, but we'll see. Has to be the right project. It's on me to make that call, Disney, not you anymore. And that might be just enough. You know what I mean? What do you guys think in the comments? Does this make you happy? What do you think? Is it likely we'll see Jack as Jack Sparrow back again in this film franchise? Or should the last Jack Sparrow appearance be for Captain Corey? How fitting would that be? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Please hit the subscribe button too. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that like button. And leave a comment down below. We got so much more coming here on Popcorn Planet and all of our channels. I hope you'll stay tuned as our universe expands. Appreciate you guys so much, and thanks for watching.